Business on the beach is back. This is the view of my walk today. Hi guys, I'm the Barber coach. And now that we have another summer fast approaching, hopefully we'll get a summer in the UK, I'm going to start doing the Business on the Beach talks. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail with business and education because I've got the Barber Coach TV platform where a lot of people pay good money to subscribe, to learn, to be a part of a community of mentors, educators and professionals who really care about your career. And because people pay good money to be on the Barber Coach TV, I'm going to put all my main in-depth content on there. But we're going to do little motivational talks, little topics, covering topics and just going over a few things together, just giving you a lot of giving you guys maybe a little bit of insight into the barbering world, into some support that you may need, especially if you can't afford the Barber Coach TV. That's absolutely fine. So I'm going to give you a little bit of insight as I do my beach walks in the morning. But today it's going to be just more of a overview, some of my thoughts, some of my feelings, hopefully some motivation, some helpful stuff for you guys. So it's not necessarily directed at barbershops only. Hopefully this talk will resonate with a lot of people from all different walks of life. And I'm sorry if the wind is a bit too loud and the sea's a bit too loud. Hopefully this video isn't going to be a waste of time and I'm going to be able to use it. So if you're watching it, it's because I think that it was good enough. So I have got to be careful because, if you can see behind me, the sea is fast approaching. It's on its way in. I've got to be careful I don't get myself stuck on this beach. So I'm going to have to be on the ball today. But look, something I've been talking about a lot recently is communication. Confidence and communication. And I'm starting to find that a lot of barbers are struggling, and not because of their cutting ability, but because of their communication skills. And the world we're in today, society is different now. Society is trying to separate people. It's causing the younger generation to be less confident with communicating. I have so many youngsters come in who just don't even know how to talk anymore. You know, you've got parents coming in with kids who are 17, 18 years old, and the parents are telling me what they want because they can't even look at me. And it's really concerning me because these are the younger generations coming through. And I've had a couple of lads join me over the last year or two and they mainly struggle with that element, the communication, which is really concerning because that's the most important part of running a business. It doesn't matter how good you are cutting hair, it doesn't matter what products you're selling. If you can't communicate with people, you're going to rub people up the wrong way. And I've said this before, you've probably heard me repeat this on other videos and training events, but I've had barbers work for me who are above average, some average, but they can communicate so well that they are fully booked. Because people enjoy the experience, they enjoy the interaction. We don't get much interaction these days. People are just avoiding other people. I don't know what's going on. Walking down to the beach this morning, I probably passed about 15 people. Every single one of them had their head down. I looked at every single one of them, hoping they'd lift their head up so I could say good morning. And every single one of them had their head down. Now, I still could have said good morning, but then that would have made them feel awkward because their head was ready down. They've made it clear they don't want to speak to me. So I don't know what's going on. If you know what's going on, let me know in the comments. Contact me on Instagram, the_barber_coach. And let's chat about this because it really concerns me. Sorry if my nose is running. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on in the world. I don't know if it's just society, if it's mainstream media, if it's social media. But something is happening where people don't like communicating anymore. Over technology, probably. Over PlayStations, over games. You know, WhatsApp, maybe. But face to face, people don't want to talk. People don't want to communicate. And the youngsters coming through are terrible. So I was doing a training day. And I was teaching a salon. I won't say where, in case the person watches this and knows what I'm talking about. But I was training a salon, and one of the ladies I was training, I asked her if she had a model for the afternoon section of the course so we could do a hands-on training element. And she's like, yeah, my son's coming in, but he's really shy and quiet, mind, you know, he's quite awkward and things. I said, that's absolutely fine, I'm great with kids, I've got all the time in the world, all the patience in the world, no problem at all. And she was like, oh, that's fair enough, okay, brilliant, thank you. That'll be helpful, she said. So I thought, alright, great. This kid turns up, yeah? He wasn't a kid. He was about 6'3". Alright, granted, he was probably 16, 17, but he was massive. He walked in, I looked up to him, 2 or 3 inches taller than me, built like a brick shit house. Couldn't even look me in the eyes. Sits in a chair and I said to him, right then mate, what are we doing for you today? So I wanted to show, what I was doing an example of how I'd want them to be approaching the haircut, and I would talk them through the consultation at the start and the communication element, because at the end of the day, a customer is only going to be not happy with what you give them if you don't know what they want. If you keep involving them in the conversation, if you keep asking plenty of key questions and get them involved in the haircut, and not just ask them what style they want and then crack on, talk them through it, ask them how the fringe sits, ask them to feel the hair after you cut it to make sure it feels like there's enough off. When you're going to start the fade on the side, ask them, is it high enough? If they want to go a bit higher, maybe do the blend first so they can actually visualise how the haircut's going to look on their head before you start the fade. And then ask them, do you think that's going to be okay on the blend? Is it high enough or is it a bit too low? Get them involved throughout the haircut. Don't just ask them what they want at the start and then wing it, hoping for the best. Keep them involved. Keep asking questions. Keep communicating. So I was demonstrating how I would do this. The kid couldn't even look at me. Couldn't say a word. Kept his head down. So I looked at his mum and she was like, oh, come on, so-and-so, I won't say his name. You know, answer the barber. Answer the man, like. And he was like shrugging his shoulders. And we're not talking like 8, 9-year-old, 10, 12-year-old. We're talking like grown man. Yes, granted, 16, 17, but he's not going to get any bigger than that. He was already huge. So, you know, I was a bit concerned about this. And then she goes, oh, see, if this was on the PlayStation now, you won't be able to shut him up. And I thought, this is the problem. People are only communicating through technology these days. So this, I suppose this message is tailored towards younger up-and-coming barbers. If you're young, you're just leaving school, you're between the ages of 15, 17, 18, and you think you want to be a barber, you don't like communicating to people. You like the idea of cutting hair, you like the idea of maybe dressing trendy and looking cool, you don't like the idea of communicating and talking, then barbering isn't for you. It really isn't. Now I go into this in quite a lot more detail on the Barber Coach TV, and I actually give training videos on communicating, on consulting and consultations. Talk about the 3 C's. If you want to know what that is, you've got to sign up to the Barber Coach TV. But it's really effective, and the 3 C's, I'm not going to go into it in detail, but if you can get the first C right, it naturally moves into the second C, and then they then all blend into the third C, and if you get them all right, you're going to be successful. You're going to have a good business. It's as simple as that. And it's all built around communication, because the cutting will come. And at the end of the day, some customers aren't that fussy with how well you cut their hair or how good it is compared to the next barber that's on Instagram. They just care about having an efficient, convenient, comfortable service with someone they like speaking to, with someone they can relate to, with someone they can trust. That's all that really matters. The cutting will come. You know, how do trainees ever learn to become good barbers? It's because there's customers out there that don't mind going to a trainee and having an average or potentially even a terrible haircut. They'll keep going back. So I don't want you to focus so much on your cutting ability that you ignore the main part, and that's your personality. You've got to get your personality right first. You've got to be confident behind that chair talking to that customer, because look, the truth is sometimes your customers aren't going to be happy. Sometimes you're going to do something they didn't like and they're going to confront you on it. How are you going to deal with that? How are we going to deal with confrontation from a customer if you're not even confident enough just to have normal conversation with them? So look, young barbers or young men, you think you want to be a barber, but you don't like going into the shop and asking for something. You ask mum to do it for you. Then you need to have a reality check, my friend. So you need to step out of your comfort zone. You have to step out of your comfort zone to progress. You can't progress if someone else is doing the running around for you. The same as if you want a barbering job. Don't get your mum to phone the barbershop asking them if they'll give you a job. Barbering is about communicating. Barbering is about being in front of people, talking to people, building relationships, friendships. So you phone the barbershop, or you message them on social media, if that's going to be easier for you to do, to get started, just to slowly step out of that comfort zone. And you say to them, I'd like to become a barber, I don't know where to start. could I volunteer at your shop, or is there opportunities going at your shop? I just messaged a few barber shops that you think would be good places for you to learn. Don't get mum and dad to do it, because at the end of the day, I'm not employing your mother or your father. So if they go phone me saying, oh, little Johnny wants a job, he wants to become a barber, do you have any opportunities for him? I'm going to say, no, sorry, no. Straight away. But if little Johnny phones me and go, hello Mr. Gavin, I really want to be a barber, something I think I wanted to do for a long time. I've been watching you on social media and it's really inspired me, and I think your shop would be a great place for me to start. I think it would be really good if I could learn from someone like yourself. I'd be happy to volunteer and brush the floors. Is there any opportunities there for me? There's a very high chance that you or anybody else is going to say, yeah, do you know what? This kid's got it. He's brave, he's confident, he stepped out of his comfort zone and he's approached me himself. You know, he can talk, he can communicate. This guy deserves a chance. And that's the truth of it. So, first things first step into your career as a professional barber, learn to talk. It's good to talk. And if you're thinking, well, how? I'm not very confident talking, I don't like speaking to people, I feel really nervous in front of people, but I love the idea of becoming a barber, then it's time to step out of the comfort zone. It's time to get up and challenge yourself. Do something different. Because, you know, learning to hold the scissors correctly is a challenge. Learning to skin fade someone's hair is a challenge. Learning to cut long hair is a challenge. So start with the first challenge. Learn to talk. Go into a shop that you've not been to before and ask them a question about a product they have. Phone someone up. I don't know. There's loads of places you can phone. Phone up a local kebab shop. Phone up a library. Ask them about a certain book. Just phone someone. Learn to communicate. Talk to somebody. Walk into places and just have a conversation with someone. Go into a coffee shop and order a coffee and a cake and ask them about the coffee beans. Ask them where they have the coffee beans from or what brand they use, and ask them about their business or how long they've been in business for. Just communicate. Just whatever opportunity. Walk down the street like I've mentioned today and just say hello to people. Say good morning and see how you get on. But based on my experience today, you won't get on very well. I'm shocked. Couldn't wait to get up to go and walk the beach this morning. Just checking the time, so I've got to leave for work in 20 minutes. And lovely day, the sun was out. It's starting to get a bit overcast now. Well, not behind me, but it is here. See? I'm not lying. But it was nice and clear this morning, sun was out. I felt so good. Couldn't wait to get on the beach, start my exercise again. I've had a bit of a relaxed weekend, a bit of a cheap weekend, because I've been trying to lose weight. I have lost a couple of stone. And so I thought I had a bit of a relaxed weekend now, so I'm going to get out, make a good start on a Monday, get on the beach, have a walk, get back into routine, you know? Step out of my comfort zone. I could easily have stayed in bed for an extra hour. And walk into the beach. Everyone's heads were down. Oops, he's coming in fast. Hey, wet feet. Oh well. That's coming in really fast. Maybe I just turn around. Yeah, not one person. I looked at every single one of them. I kept my head up, kept my eyes on them, with a smile on my face, so if they did look up, they'd feel comfortable. Everyone just kept their heads down. Like I didn't even exist. Like there was no one even walking past them. So, and these weren't just kids, these were adults. I know they may be holiday makers and they may be from other towns and cities where, you know, they see so many people on a daily basis that maybe communication isn't something they need to worry about. But I live in Newquay, West Wales. You know, it's a small village, it's an amazing holiday destination. But everyone talks, everyone knows each other, everyone's friendly. And I thought it'd be nice now, just with a smile on my face, to say hello to someone this morning. And not one person looked up, for whatever reason. So it does concern me. The world we live in today is different, it's changing, it's evolving, but not for the better. But that doesn't mean we have to. That doesn't mean we have to conform to these changes and separate ourselves from society and start to avoid people, avoid conversation, avoid confrontation. That's not what it's about. That's not what we were made for. We were made to support each other, help each other, communicate with each other, love each other. I know it sounds like I'm getting a bit soppy and weird now, and at the end of the day this is meant to be a barbering video or barber targeted educational video, but look, it all applies. You know, if you can communicate, if you can be friendly, if you can be loving, then other people are going to like you, they're going to trust you, they're going to enjoy your company, you know? And that's what it's all about. So look, I'm going to wrap this up because I got to get off the beach before I drown. And I just want to leave that with you today. If you're a new barber, or if you're a young barber, or you're a young lad, or a young man that wants to be a barber but you're not comfortable in communicating, that's your first job. Learn to communicate. Step out of your comfort zone. Learn to talk to people. Put yourself in a position where you have to speak with someone. Look them in the eyes, smile as you're talking to them, and just get used to that interaction. And once you've got that, it'll be so much easier then for you to learn barbering, build a clientele, and to become successful. So I hope you have a good day. I'm going to be making a few more of these videos now over the next coming months. I'm only going to do these in the summer. There's a lot of videos ready on YouTube. Business on the beach, where I go into a bit more detail with barbering businesses in general. So have a look back at them. I'm going to be adding them all to the Barber Coach TV. So even though I'm creating these videos for YouTube, on the Barber Coach TV platform, there's so many different categories on there, learning categories. There's live seminars, there's podcasts, there's interviews. So much key information that can help you in your career as a barber. So I'm going to be adding these videos to it anyway, just so that you know, people who are subscribing to the Barber Coach TV can really feel that they're getting value for money, because they're getting all the free content that I put on YouTube, plus all the specialised content that I've created just for paying members. So you may be watching this on the Barber Coach TV, you may be watching this on YouTube, but technically these videos have been created specifically for YouTube, but they will be on the Barber Coach TV. But if you're, you know, a barber and there's a few things you need to learn, or you're struggling, or you just want to progress and develop and keep pushing forward, then I highly recommend the Barber Coach TV. It's £20 a month, or you can sign up for the year, which is a lot cheaper. It's £160 for the year. And there's catalogues of videos on there. There's teams of fantastic award-winning educators. There's interviews with inspirational award-winning barbers, live seminars, motivational talks. There's even exams on there to earn certificates. There's forums on there where you can network, get involved, express your concerns, ask questions. It's not just a platform with training videos, it's a mentorship, it's a family of educators who really care about your career, really care about your development, and I've created it to mentor people, to help people and support people, not just put a few videos up there that you can watch and then pay me for them. It's more than that. I want to be involved in your career, I want to help you, whether it's from getting your first job or opening your first shop. I'm available on there. You can ask me questions, you can get involved in the live seminars, you can send me emails, you can book one-to-one chats. You know, they are rare because I'm so busy, but you know, if you get in touch and book it in, you know, first come, first serve, but you may be lucky. But if you can't get a booking with me, as you know, an hour talk together, then get involved in the live seminars, ask questions on there, and I really want to help you. So look, I'm going to go. Have a great day. And if you want to contact me, it's best to do it through Instagram, not through YouTube. And I'll speak to you guys soon. God bless.